Hello and welcome back to the Mayor's Update. We are here live at City Hall with Mayor Joe Preston.
Yeah, we're here in the mayor's office. We've been traveling around a little bit, but we thought we had a pretty busy day today here in St. Thomas, and thought, hey, let's go back to the mayor's office. Remember, this is kind of where it started. We used to truck all your equipment up here.
Yep.
Right. And we do mayor's update once a week up here. And I from this same spot would sit here and do daily during COVID. So we thought, what a great place to go back to. By the way, if you notice, the ugly green curtains are gone.
Yeah.
We just have blinds now.
That's crazy. I remember having to pull them down. Pull them over. And then the light would kind of come through and overexpose on the film and then futz around.
Yeah. And depending on what time of year, it can get very dark in this office.
Yeah.
Also, until we turn on the big Christmas tree outside, then it's pretty in here. So, hey, welcome to everybody back to Mayor's Update. It's been a real busy day and busy week for me, and I know Graydon's been out there just doing what he does.
Yeah. Filming, editing, all the things.
Oh no, all those everywhere.
Yeah.
He's a hero now on the whole filming and editing thing, and all I do is talk, so it works. Yeah. Welcome to Mayor's Update from Mayor Joe's office. Busy day today.
Yeah. What was going on?
Well, I had Mayor with Rob Flack. And it's fun. It's like I have my own personal member of provincial parliament lately, because I do.
Yeah.
Rob is the member for Elgin, Middlesex, London, but St. Thomas is where his office is. And so it seems like every day we get to have a conversation with Rob about different things St. Thomas needs, what we're working on next. And as you know, many things in this community we're really working on. But Minister Clark, the Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing, came to visit today, kind of out of the blue. And we just had a bit of meeting with the other mayors from Elgin, Middlesex, London at Rob's office, but came to visit this afternoon. Wanted to see the inn. A year and a half ago, the province gave us most of the funding in order to build the inn, to buy the inn, and to renovate the inn, and said, "Can I come by and see what you're doing?" I've been using what's been happening here in St. Thomas in speeches across Ontario. He said, yesterday I was in Barrie and I was telling about what supportive housing at the Rail City Lofts has been doing. He said, so I've been sharing your stories. I wanted to come see. So we gave him a quick tour of the inn today too. And it was,
what did he think?
Well, he thinks, he remembers the time during COVID when we're trying to talk about how can we expand, how can we do bigger inns, bigger shelters, so that there's a little more capacity.
Right.
Well, little do we know that the capacity in St. Thomas will be well needed. He was quite pleased, exceptionally thoughtful, having seen shelters and supportive housing across Ontario, but he continues to use St. Thomas as the example, from the Rail City Lofts to what we're building over on Queen Street. And so we had a chance today to talk to the minister about our third phase of supportive housing, another 65-unit building, which would take, as if you're reading at all what we're talking about on how to take homeless out of St. Thomas, it's the last of the 100 people or so, 120 people perhaps, on our by names list that we need to house. Will everyone come in out of the cold, to use a pun? No, they will not. But we will create enough capacity in St. Thomas for us to be able to house all of our homeless in a supportive fashion. Now, supportive, we've talked about this before, but let's be clear. It's about 24-hour a day, 7-day a week, mental health support and addiction support on site where we're making people live. The more we can do of that, the better we solve our troubles on the streets. And we're doing it. It's the plan. It's how we're doing it. So please share with people. When somebody says, well, what are you going to do about the homeless? Well, I'm going to house them. I mean, the city of St. Thomas and this council, I don't mean but the council we have, the 9 people on council, have already made the plans to move forward with housing with supports.
What I think is really forward thinking about this plan is you're not planning to have these people live in a shelter because that would be cheaper for you as a city. You're taking the time, you're putting in the effort, and you're finding the funding to give them homes.
Right. Shelter is emergency. Shelter is emergency coverage. And we will have to do that for a while. And certainly through this winter, it will start to get very tight because we're going to get cold and we're not opening the Queen Street site till April. So we've got to work on the capacity between now and then. But this council has thought we can't do that permanently. You can't just keep going through crisis after crisis after crisis
Yeah.
of housing. We have to pick a number. We've done our by names list or the build to zero number of 100 homeless people in St. Thomas. Now, we understand as we move that number, as we get closer to covering that number, that many people housed, more may come to St. Thomas. We may have more to do. And with the inflationary piece we're seeing right now in our community, yes, more people will become homeless, but we're preparing for that extra. We're preparing for that contingency of it being slightly more than that, about being able to house in their own micro apartment or apartment with on-site supports. And then what we currently call the inn, the shelter, would be then converted into the last bit of supportive housing. That's what the building was purchased for in the first place, and was designed when we designed it as a shelter, is to be able to walk out of it as a shelter into just housing downtown. Well, who would not want housing in the core of their community? That's us. We would want it.
You have access to all the services right there
Exactly.
from your home.
Yes. So
that makes sense. That's a plan.
So the minister came to tell us today what a great job we're doing. There's occasionally time during my last couple of months as mayor where not a whole lot of people were saying what a great job you're doing. So it's nice to see the province, who actually signs the great big checks to do this stuff, coming forward and talking to us. So great. Anybody have any questions at all about that tonight? I really want to start to get this word out there, and you'll see and even my own blog this next week, a story called Homeless in St. Thomas. And it tells the story of the generation towards In Out of the Cold and away from Central United, the original shelter, and into supportive housing across our city. So please ask us any questions you can.
And that's really great, because a lot of people don't understand the amount of work that has been put in by this council to actually provide housing for the people that are experiencing homelessness.
Well, agreed. And it's on our strategic plan. And okay, I know 3 of you just fell asleep when I said the word strategic plan, because we did too. When we started talking about the plan going forward in our community, we said this can't be a plan that sits in a book on a shelf in somebody's office. This has to be something we're revisiting monthly as a council to say we need to do it. And the compassionate community goals, as part of our strategic plan, included the housing of all of the homeless we currently have in our by names list, or on our build to zero plan, of trying to move everybody into housing. And this council will do it, whether it's in this next term, for sure. That's 4 more years of getting it done, and being prepared for the removal of people from addictions, right? And the removal of people with mental health issues and crisis mental health. We recognize housing has to come with those supports, and Minister Clark does too. And it was great to see him today to talk about our next building that we have to build in order to finish this. And you're right. I think, somebody on the street asked me the other day, it takes a long time to build an apartment building, doesn't it? Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Right. And so in the meantime, we have to have the supports like the inn in order to cover that support. I've been saying all along, and will continue to say, look, I want the inn to do better at how it deals with its neighbors, how we deal with homelessness on the streets. But those aren't people who are visiting the inn. Those are people who are saying, I don't want to be there. Well, we'll continue to find the supportive housing for them and find a way to keep them off the streets and damaging businesses in our community.
Right. Beth Douglas has a question. She says, good evening. When Grace Cafe moved on to Talbot Street, did the city or province provide funding for that?
No. Grace Cafe, Ginny and Ginny in particular, does all of this through funding, through grant, individual funding, through volunteers helping them out, and a lot of contributions either in food or in kind or in dollars. So no, Grace Cafe has been operating on its own with no city dollars, no taxpayer dollars. I better be careful, but if there is any, I don't know of them. But with the contributions and of good citizens and the contribution of time and effort by good citizens, including our police. A lot of people go and work at Grace Cafe. So they are I don't know, classified as I guess a soup kitchen, classified as an emergency food organization or as a restaurant that way. So we worked a lot during COVID so that they would never be shut down again, because they need to be open for all that need it. And Ginny did a great job of moving forward to make sure it was a recognized social service agency in our community to do that too. So that's the answer on Grace Cafe. And I find the behavior of people at Grace Cafe to be admirable. Ginny does a great job and serves way more than just homeless there. So there's a lot of people who may be underhoused or housed on their own or lonely that go to Grace Cafe every day for a meal in the morning and maybe take another meal out with them. But that's what all good communities have to have, is a number of agencies across the spectrum to help with that. Ginny doesn't necessarily deal at all in homelessness, Grace Cafe doesn't deal at all in homelessness, but some of our homeless, it's a required effort for them to go to Grace Cafe every day. They have their clothes horse, they have the food that morning and a takeaway meal too. It's perfect.
And we did a video with the chamber that was recognizing their contributions to the community last year. So if you go on to the St. Thomason District Chamber of Commerce Facebook page and you look at their video section, you can actually see a video where Ginny talks about what they do at the Grace Cafe, which I would highly recommend.
No, we did a show with Ginny and Don, right, on here, and we really shared. Now that next, when we talk about Don and Ginny, is the annex, what's happening next door, and that's more to get people who are in a serious mental crisis or in an addiction place off that. That's their next piece. So thank you. We're a far richer city because we have Grace Cafe rather than the opposite. It is incredible what they've been able to add to our community.
And Beth follows up saying she was speaking to some police officers yesterday, and they were saying that they wished Grace Cafe was closer to the inn. She was just wondering how or who was part of the location planning.
Well, the location planning for Grace Cafe was all Ginny and her volunteers and her team. If you remember, they were around the corner in a little
Queen Street, was it?
Yeah, a little piece on the back of that Queen Street building. And when a storefront became available on Talbot Street, they went to full effort to try and outfit it and make it work. And through COVID, it became a great place where we could, not at the beginning, because everything was closed, and so we made it. Look, it's the right place for it to be, and that's their decision to be there. Our location of the inn was based on there being an available building that we could convert into enough beds to, especially during COVID in that case, with distancing and all we could do, with a greater capacity than where they were at Central United, and the ability to run year round and day round, so that during the day there's supportive functions happening at the inn now also. So that was the purpose. Look, nothing's too far from each other in St. Thomas, and even from the corner of Princess Ave down to Grace Cafe is more than a capable link, and we can do it.
And Montgomery is asking, he says, looks like Graydon's been visiting the country club on Talbot Line, which is Iron Creek.
Yes.
And
yes. They're no longer pleasant.
Well, they're still pretty pleasant, but
okay. So it used to be Pleasant Valley. I just think the best slogan they could have ever come up with is, "Hi, we're Iron Creek. We're no longer pleasant." But I've offered it a couple of times. No one's taken it up on that. That's weird. My line. Right, we'll go with it. Right.
So I've started doing charity golf tournaments, which I think it's kind of a charity they let me in, to be honest. But,
yes. Oh no, to watch you play golf.
That's
a lot like letting Joe golf too.
That's a show in and of itself.
Yes. Agreed. It's the entertainment. It's dinner and a show.
And on the show,
golf, and get some food. Yeah, it works.
But we had some really great events that were happening over the weekend.
Oh well, let's start with the Harvest Fest at Pinafore Park.
Yeah,
there is no better place in the world, province, country, whatever you want to use, to hold festivals like we just saw.
Universe.
Universe. Well, I don't know. I haven't been to Saturn. There may be a place there.
There's no way it could be better.
to hold events like the Harvest Fest, or 3-4 weeks ago, our Rail City Music Festival. Pinafore Park is such a special place for us in town, with a great band shell and the ability to attract fantastic music, great arts, and a whole lot of, what a car show.
Yeah.
I mean, all of the stuff you could possibly do. I would love to, and I'll go out on a limb and make it an election promise if it has to be. We need to have a festival of that scope: May, June, July, August, September. 5 festivals a year out at Pinafore Park.
Wow.
And this year we had the August and September one. We have Canada Day, so we know we can already pick 3 up.
Yeah.
So we've got to pick up 2 other festivals to use Pinafore Park.
Love it.
Think we can do it and make it a very special place in St. Thomas. If you go to London, every weekend there's something at Victoria Park.
Yeah.
And it's really strange to walk through Victoria Park when there isn't a festival on. I would like it to make it where I was at Pinafore Park and there wasn't a festival.
And it was weird.
I love it. Love us to do it. It is a fantastic, beautiful location for us to do all these things. I won't say, as the mayor, I didn't hear 1 or 2 people say, I heard music all weekend. You know, at a music festival, it's really funny how you can hear music all weekend. And they were great bands.
Yeah.
But decibel level was great. The close off at 10 o'clock at night. It's just all we need to do.
Did you say the close off at 10 o'clock at night? Were they streaking the park?
Oh, no, not close off. Stop the bands, right? So that people who do have to work the next day really do have that. But there was so much stuff going on. Perfect. I want Pinafore Park used for exactly that facility. If you do not, I want to hear from you, but I sure haven't heard from many who said that wasn't the case. Even over 2 festivals with a fair bit of music in them. So,
well, I was mentioning to you, I was out at a baby shower on the Saturday night, which was near Pinafore Park, and we were outside. It wasn't that bad,
right.
In my opinion.
Was people you knew, or you just dropped into someone's backyard?
They were just having a party, so I just thought I'd say hi.
That's what I do. No, it's great. I stopped in at
great food. It was over on Roseberry. Just
perfect.
fantastic. Yeah, I just cruise the streets and you find a party, you go to it.
Right.
What we do in St. Thomas. I grew up doing it. I'm doing it now.
Perfect.
All right. So Brett's saying we can't overstate the value of Pinafore.
No, we cannot. What we have to think of it as an absolute gem in our community, and we can't damage it by simply walking on the grass. It's okay, folks. We want to have as many events there as we can. I haven't spoken to any of the merchants that were out there this week with this last the Harvest Fest, but I sure saw a lot of crowds, right? So I can only assume it was a good thing to do. Look, whenever you're holding an outdoor festival, you're going to have some weather and some question about whether it will work or not. You're going to have some bands that people really like and some bands that people like less, right? And you're going to have some crafts and some local beers and a bunch of other stuff that everybody likes, and they can be out there doing it. We can't go wrong using our park for those types of festivals.
Absolutely. And Adam Montgomery is mentioning the deer that used to be there, and I remember the deer because I would go and that was a highlight for me. There would be the swans, and the deer, and you'd be like, look at them.
We covered swans probably 3 or 4 years ago when we found the mate for the one.
Now they found love.
The lonely swan.
Up
he's
north.
Happy now wherever he is. Right? Big smile on the swan face. Right? But the same thing with the deer, or many people reminisce to me about the railway. The railway.
Yes, and Adam just mentioned that as well.
Rides in there, right?
Yeah.
So
it's like, well, you can go to Storybook Gardens. They've got the railway going on too.
Still, right?
Yeah.
And hey, if we could find someone who wanted to bring that back to Pinafore Park, I'm certain we might seriously think about it. We're gonna have
I'm more excited
golf up front.
about the mini golf.
Yeah,
I'm so excited about that. And then not only is there going to be mini golf there, there's going to be mini golf in the mall.
No, we just we're
doubling down on mini golf
now at 12 months a year, right? In the mall. I'm feeling a little lonely or down in February. I can go play around a mini golf in the mall.
I'm very excited.
Looking forward to it. Look, we're talking about how great that can be for our community too.
Beth Douglas is saying, why can't we have an art in the park like other cities, art on display and for sale? That'd be fantastic. Well, Beth, we've done that
That's what we
before.
had. Well, it's what Rail City Arts and Music Festival was.
As
I
well
was in
as
the art pavilion.
Yeah.
During the Rail City Arts and Music Festival, and there was a lot of people in there, artists creating work and also for sale. So yes. Look, thank you all for all of you who supported these two festivals, because it means they'll come back next year and want to do it again. Each year will grow into an even better Art in the Park or Art in the Barn from Dorchester. We used to always be a part of that as part of the.
Did you see the medieval festival pictures from Dorchester?
No.
Oh my! They had jousting. So maybe
you're not kidding. No,
I wouldn't joke about.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's Graydon and Joe do the comedy show tonight. It's just right. But why not in Pinafore Park? Why not at Emsley Field? Why not in whatever way you want?
Oh man, that baseball tournament that they had there, that was phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. Well, I would like to see us even use Emsley Field as a concert venue.
Oh yeah.
Mini stage in the outfield.
I love
sitting
it.
in those
bleachers there.
Yeah. Look, there's lots of more uses we haven't thought of yet, but each year as we go, we need to do it. Right. So jousting. Yes. Okay, good.
Yeah.
The mayor is not getting on a horse with a spear. No, I'm not doing it. No.
It'd be like Game of Thrones, but in St. Thomas.
Kind of. Yes. Yeah.
Oh man, but there was another event on Sunday that was just phenomenal, and it was over at the Princess Ave Theater, and it's hosted by the Elgin Theater Guild.
Well, they've had a play running, and I just saw an ask for auditions for their next play.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Exit Laughing was the play, and then
it went well. I understand it was
packed,
quite funny.
Rave reviews online. I was watching on Facebook, and they were just stacking up all the reviews. And then Dave Gunning, who's a Juno Award-winning artist, he played that evening on Sunday to a sold-out crowd.
Well, yes, I saw that. I think it was you who sent me that. But there was a great show at and what a great little place the Princess Ave.
I love it.
Right inside. Right, it's so intimate to do a show in there and to be at a show in there. So
I love
a lot of great stuff in this community. We just like to think, how hard done by we are, perhaps, about how we could be better. But as we grow, we get more, and but we get to do it in the St. Thomas kind of way, like the Princess Ave Playhouse or our events in the park. Can't be imitated someplace else. It's not the same as Victoria Park. We don't expect it to be the same as Victoria Park
because it's going to be better.
Right. It's going to be bigger, more spread out, a better way to do it, the ability to grow into a larger event. Let's do these things. That's exactly what we want to do as a community. Hello, folks. We're 45,000. I had a couple of comments this week about, Joe, can't you do something about the growth of this community? And I said, we're providing housing. No, I would like it to stop. I said, well, I'm not certain what you'd like me to do in a community.
You want to gate it off?
Should I tell people you, as much as you want to move to St. Thomas, you're not allowed to? No. Look, we've created a place where people want to come and live, certainly from other parts of Ontario. Have you been to Oakville? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm going there next week for a film shoot.
Okay, great. Well, you'll see that we're a lot better off here in St. Thomas, and that's why people from there are moving here. So we'll keep doing it. Right? There's a pent-up demand for live music throughout St. Thomas. Brett, you're absolutely right. We've gone and we have some great bars now back doing live music, whether it's the back alley or Whiskey Rocks.
Yep. Or even the Bistro on Fridays.
Oh no.
Cindy Quick playing music live.
Right. I love Cindy.
Yeah.
And wherever else you can.
Streamliners, that's another one.
Yes,
they
do that live music events there. Look, we've got lots of great local artists who are happy to do this, and then there's lots of other music too. So, but Brett, you're absolutely right. There seems to be, certainly among older people like me, this pent-up demand of the music of our times, right? And so, great, we'll get a chance. Let's go out and do it. Right?
Totally.
Well, there's been a lot of artists that played at even Caps Off. There truly isn't a venue, but they go and play. Right?
Yeah. Denny Gauthier killing it with his crew there.
Oh, yeah. absolutely.
It's,
So and live music at From the Vines,
mhm.
right next
Yep.
door there too. So look, there's lots of places in town for it. Let's get out and support these places
Mhm.
to ensure that we continue to grow on the outdoor music festival side, in the indoor music festival
Mhm.
venue side. Let's make it right.
There's a mini art treasure hunt that's happening on Saturday. Sarah Van Pelt's running it. So she connected in with like about 20 different
She does a lot of big things that are really little. I got like
jumbo minis.
Yeah, jumbo minis. Right?
But if I'll post it again on Established Media. I've already posted it, but you can go out on Saturday and you can find these little art pieces. I've got a piece in there that's an animation flip book.
Right.
And then Laura Wormkey has stuff in there, and all these artists from St. Thomas.
Scattered throughout town.
Yeah, I think down in the downtown core.
Area. Okay.
And there are these little boxes that she's printed up that are just phenomenal. And then you take them once you find them.
We
and
should
you
get her a bigger set of things. Okay.
Yeah.
Everything's tiny with it. No. So if you find one, what?
You take it to the library. And then you get a prize, I believe, and you also
So you're telling people to steal artwork from downtown and take it to the library?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the arts and culture. It's one of the hubs is the library, and then they're going to showcase it there. And then after it's done showcase, you can come back and you can take your artwork home.
Whoa.
Yeah,
that's really quite a lot of fun.
It's going to be amazing, and kids are going to love it.
No, I get it. Right. Adam's saying he was blown away by the number of people at Pinafore Park. I am no longer surprised by the enthusiasm in this community to do fun things. I'm not surprised by it at all. However, when I did the Rail City races on Sunday morning,
that looked incredible.
It was a little damp out there for the mayor. Look, I'm not suggesting the mayor ran. Okay. But I was there for the launch, and then there was another large group as you came back.
So as a mayor, you're only running for re-election? Is that
no,
only
I'm
running?
walking fast for re-election. This running thing is really way too complicated. But then I went from there. There's a 5K and then a 10K and whatever other races went off, right?
Yep.
Rob Flack and myself were there, kind of high, and the sponsors, the Glass Canada. And so Jason White was making a speech, and then I went home pretty quickly because I was quite wet from being out there at the launch. I helped blow up balloons and stuff. And that, no comment, please. Yes, hot air is my life, right? I got the balloons blown up. And then I went home, and of course, all the racers did the Rail City Trail or the Whistle Stop Trail. And so I got to watch. I took Jojo out for a walk and watched the racers go one way and then the other. This was fantastic in St. Thomas. And that's another neat thing. We've got like some 40 kilometers of paved trail in this community.
Yep.
It's pretty safe for us to hold a running event or a bicycling event or whatever else it might be, because you're off the city streets. Now, I won't say it was 100% off the city streets, but we have a lot of paved trails and we're working on putting more in. That's connected to, and some of it ran through even the Harvest Fest at Pinafore Park because the trails are there, right?
And it was in support of Big Brothers Big Sisters this year.
Yes, and Welkin.
That's right.
So that's
thank you.
Youth mental health. So, well, look, we keep adding stuff in our community that's good for our community. Excellent fundraisers for our community. Fun to do. Join in, will you please? And look, I keep seeing the same people at most of these events. There's fun things to do in our community. If you're from out of town, please come join. You'll meet more fun people in St. Thomas helping at some of these events. Please do.
Another thing we should talk about too is you might not be able to say the location, but there is a police detachment that's going to be in downtown St. Thomas.
Well, we said all along we needed to have our new special constable detachment, if you will. And for those of you that have been in downtown in the last couple of weeks, you started to see 4 young ladies with
I saw them as I was driving in today.
Traffic yellow uniforms, so you can't miss them. But we'll be giving them an office right in the downtown, right near the inn, as a way of also helping with downtown follow-up from a police point of view. Do you need help? And certainly from a great communication with businesses too. We all know that Catherine, our beat officer with the St. Thomas Police Force, does a great job of knowing everybody downtown. She's been working on this group, the Special Constable group. So even more safety in the core.
Even more safety in the core. I
Yeah,
love that.
let's put that on a shirt or something. We should do that.
Yeah.
All right. So it's working. Let's keep doing it. Any news on the Christmas parade? Yes,
Oh,
November what?
yeah.
19th. I gotta go. Santa Claus parade is back, and it's got a Hawaiian theme or tropical theme or something, doesn't it? It's let the mayor look this up.
Oh man, and I'm gonna pull up the trivia questions again.
Oh yeah, we better
do
do trivia.
draw.
Right, because it is the last mayor's update of the month.
This month has gone by so fast.
Oh, has it ever? We're just not stopping. We're doing so. I'm looking up my mayor's calendar, and I think Saturday the 19th of November is Santa Claus parade. I'm not sure I have it, so I'll look to the next one. I think that's right. We wait till the Saturday after Remembrance Day, November 11th. And then the tree lighting, of course, would be the day before that. Right. So look, we'll give you lots of updates in the next, Sharon is telling us that yes, the 19th is the parade. So we're looking forward to the Santa Claus parade and its theme this year, and the tree lighting for downtown in the week, the day before that on the Friday night. So
perfect. We have the pumpkin prowl coming up as well with the downtown.
I checked and
board.
I couldn't get the pumpkins to prowl this year. So we have we can roll them.
It's pretty it's pretty exciting to have it again, because I think it's been off for 2 years since COVID.
Okay. It's scary.
Yeah.
Okay. Halloween. I got a million of them, folks.
All right, folks. Which Canadian city is named after a berry? This is the first trivia question. And this isn't berry a person, this is berry the fruit.
I know. I could do this. My assistant in Ottawa was from that province. No.
Well, it's really funny because most people do think it's a province. They say instead of the province, they say the city name.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. So we're looking for that one. Excellent.
Yep.
And that will get you in the draw for this month's prizes.
Yep. I'm going to open my phone so I can add your name into the draw here. And we've got a good list of prizes.
I like Beth Beecroft's thoughts.
Orangeville.
No,
wow.
It's not a berry.
Not a berry.
Oh, did I say it had to be a berry? Did you?
I did.
Okay, so I'm glad you did.
It's in the actual question.
Gave it away.
I could have easily messed it up.
Yes. Okay, so it's not just a fruit; it is also a berry. Okay. Saskatoon.
Oh, there we go. Tara McCulley for the win.
Excellent. Yes.
All right.
Yes. Saskatoon berries. If you've not had Saskatoon berries,
it's a great pie.
Yeah. No, because anything in a pie is good. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Saskatoon berry is correct. All right.
All right. And then I think.
Was that one from our library?
That's from the library, the Friends of the Library.
The Friends of the Library have been giving us great trivia questions. All right.
And then I'm debating. I think I've done this one before, but I'm going to do it again.
What? We'll see if anybody who's watching Mayor's Update that watched it that week.
Yeah.
Sometimes we feel lonely. We don't know if there's anybody out there or not. I used to do that with I had a radio show on at 7:30 in the morning on Sundays.
Yeah.
And I would think, okay, there was nobody out there listening this week. On the way home, I'd stop it at Tim Hortons and everybody would say, hey, I just heard your show. Okay, there's people out there listening. That's great.
Good
and the same thing with Mayor's Update.
I love it. It's really grown.
Yeah.
Okay, trivia. Which Italian city shares its latitude with Point Pelee?
Wow, so it's at the same latitude. Yep. That's the north-south. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So an Italian city.
And I got to get Tara McCulley's name in here for the draw.
Way to go, Tara, by the way. Tara and I were talking earlier today about vacancy rates and accessory units in St. Thomas. And so she's getting a lot of questions about, what can we do for more housing? And I thank Tara for okay, I'll call the mayor first because he might know it.
And Tara's running for council, so she's making sure
she's
getting her facts right before she gives people's answers.
That's the way to do it. Or she was asked a question, I think, in the case of each of these things. And I said, well, here's what I would say if someone asked me the same question. So Tara, thank you for asking for advice.
Yeah.
Right. We have a Tucker Goes to City Hall book about how to be a counselor. So
and you got some other books here.
Wait. And then there's the book about the mayor.
The mayor.
It's a little thicker because it's just got a lot more stuff in it. Right. And then How to Lead as a Mayor.
Mhm.
Some of these are great books from a community organization called Municipal World.
Mhm.
That we talked about the Municipal World building down the street being
Yes.
torn down. That's where it was first was. I think they're out in
Sparta.
Sparta now.
Yeah.
The main office for Municipal World, the place where you get every municipal document you need in this community, in this country, comes out of Sparta, Ontario. It's really
It's
quite
like,
neat.
how cool is that?
Yep.
All right, so we have a correct answer for the latitude question.
Right.
It's Sharon Montgomery Anderson. You have taken it with Rome.
Rome. Okay, excellent.
Yep.
Perfect.
And Sharon, I still have to drop those prints off for you at Why Not Cookies, which I will do this week. All right, there we go. That's you know what? We should basically do 3 draws because we have 3 prizes.
We should do a show from Why Not Cookies.
We should actually.
The mayor likes to stop. I'm not suggesting that I only like the oatmeal raisin, but Why Not Cookies is a great place to visit in downtown St. Thomas.
100%. I love the ham sandwich with the rye bread.
Well, see, I've not gone for lunch. I've always just gone for the cookies and come back and shared them. So
yeah, there you go. All right, so we got our names in. Do we have another trivia? Let's throw another trivia. Do we have anything?
Oh, yeah.
You know, I do.
Okay.
When are the municipal elections held? What date in 2022? What date do you need to vote?
Oh, you need to vote by, because there is a range of dates, right? So the last day of voting in 2022 would be the way.
Last date. Thank you.
All right.
So last date for voting in the municipal elections in 2022. I'm not going to put that in the ticker because then I have to
hey, and Tara, you won tonight. No, anybody running is not eligible.
There we go. Yeah,
because they'll know this date pretty well.
We got an October 24th from Brett Longfield.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly right.
And 80 Morgan.
80 Morgan. Too.
All right. So we'll put both of them in.
All right. You're both going into the randomizer. Where was I the other day? And somebody, you should see the neat gadget they had. They randomized all our names and stuff. Oh, I think it might have been at the all candidates meeting.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I said, no. Graydon's been using his randomizer for a long time. No, it's a skill. It's almost like Back to the Future.
That's right. It is.
The randomizer. Okay, so we've got all the names in, and we're going to randomize.
Yep.
We're gonna pick a winner. Or 2 winners.
3 winners. Because we have the coasters from Caps Off that Fran gave us last week.
Yes, and we have a gift certificate from Wendy's, a gift card from Wendy's, and we have one of your jumbo prints.
Yep.
Okay, so we have all of those prizes. Wow. Can somebody else have a show so that I could win things? Because this isn't fair. Graydon and I want to win things.
I know. I want to win things too. This is like.
Can somebody else do something for this community? I'm just kidding. No. Just kidding.
All right. So I'm gonna hit the draw button here, and you can all see.
Randomizing. Oh, look, it's going around in circles, and it's
Sharon Montgomery Anderson.
All right, excellent.
All right. So since Sharon, you were drawn first, which of the 3 prizes would you like?
Yeah, you get to tell us. You want the print? You want the Wendy's gift card? I think we said $50.
$50. Yep.
And the coasters.
Or the coasters from Caps Off.
Absolutely. So Sharon will come up with her answer, and then we'll pick the next one.
Yep. Okay. Gonna reset.
Wendy's. Sharon wants the Wendy's. Done.
Wendy's. All right. Boom.
Done.
Perfect. Okay. So then I'm going to take, you know what I need to do is I need to take her name off it so it doesn't pop up again.
No, right. You want to, it's randomizing, but we need it with one less person now.
Yep.
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
All right.
So I'll explain all the technical things here. Okay. Yeah.
And then what has council been up to over the past week?
Well, this is not a council week, so we had nothing.
But you still work during that time, don't you?
Oh yes, the mayor does for sure. And knowing my councilors, we talk almost daily, right, on what else is going on, or somebody. Minor hockey had an issue today, so they called most of us. Look, there's lots of stuff we do that isn't just in that council room over here doing it. So, all right. And Adam said, I was working at Caps Off. Yes, I did stop in there today after being with Minister Clark. And I likely, after Mayor's update, since it's right outside the back door of City Hall,
very handy.
May stop in again to say hi to my friends over there. But look, supporting local business, even liquid business, is a good thing. Thank you. Thank you, Adam.
All right, here we go. This is the next draw.
Next draw coming up.
So next winner, Tara McCulley.
Tara McCulley. So you get to pick on the coasters at Caps Off or the
art print. She already has one art print.
Wow,
that she's
may
won.
be doing a whole wall.
But she could do a whole wall
right.
as well, so she could pick. She's got the St. Thomas scene right now.
Right.
So yeah, or she could use one and she could re-gift it to somebody else. You could get two of the same things.
Their Christmas and these are very valuable gifts that have come through Mayor's Update that will really work for our community. So, Tara, which one are you choosing? The coasters from Caps Off or the art print? Because then we're going to randomize one more, and they're going to get whatever is left. All right. Tara will take the print.
She's
doing a whole wall.
She's going to do a wall.
Prints. I like it.
I love it.
Yep.
Oh, I love it so much. All right. I got my randomizer here. Done. All right. I'm ready for the next one. This will be the final one. We've got here drawing Deb Longuet. Okay. I don't know if she's watching tonight, but I will be in touch with her.
Right. I have from Our Place Respite. They're doing the Pfeffer Derby. It's a wooden car.
Like a rally car, or like it's like the Cub cars.
The Cub cars used to. That's what I was trying to come up with. Tomorrow at Pinafore, I think different restaurants in town are also supplying some food for those
yeah, I hear there's a Wendy's in town that might be sponsoring this as
for
those
competitors. And look, and that was tomorrow at between 10:30 and 1. Look, the mayor's going to try and get there. This is certainly mayor time and election time, and so I will certainly try and get out there in my time tomorrow. Right.
All right. And Deb is watching, so congrats, Deb. You've won the Caps Off coasters.
Perfect. Excellent. So please, what they're to email you or me or email Graydon.
Email me.
We'll get it. We'll make sure we get all the prizes out to everybody.
I have to do a prize run where I just kind of drop them off to all the different people.
Right. But our Place Respite said thank you. No, thank you for this is organizing quite a big event out there at Pinafore Park tomorrow. Again, what a use of that special park. And they're using one of the pavilions. So rain or shine, the event can happen tomorrow. Way to go. Thank you.
Shout out to Chris from My FM as well, because he's donated his time to help organize it and promote it as well.
Yes. Excellent. Hey, you know what? Andrew's back over at My FM.
He sure is.
We should have him on Mayor's Update.
That'd be amazing,
right?
Yeah.
Just to talk about all the great things that he's got to do in his young life, including being the host of Joe and Friends. But and we may spend some time talking about that. But having him on Mayor's Update, I
think that'd be fantastic.
How do we share media in this community, and how do we all get the message out? So perfect.
Love it. All right. So Streamliners Anniversary, absolutely. Brett Longfield brought that up, and that's October 1st as well. So it's their 5-year anniversary.
Wow. Has it been 5 years?
I know, right? Yeah. 5 years. Yeah. It's incredible.
Wow. It is incredible. Yeah.
I'm still talking to people who don't know that they exist.
No, time is flying by us all, right? And I knew that as I've had to talk to a few people about Streamliners in downtown St. Thomas in this last couple of weeks too, because as we had another coffee chain open in the West End, I said, "Well, have you been to Streamliners? It is fantastic.
Yeah.
What's a Streamliner?" So it's great. It's amazing how in our community 5 years later we can still be telling people, and that's the other thing we talked about, new people coming to St. Thomas.
Yep.
That's another. We need to talk about what there is here a lot. Because people come every day and they're new to citizens of St. Thomas and they love the place, but it takes 4 or 5 years to actually find all these neat special places like Caps Off or right some of the others that we spend a lot of time talking about. So we need to do that. Excellent job, Brett, telling us about Streamliners, and we thank them. They've been one of our sponsors for quite a while too,
since the beginning. Yes. Yeah, no, it's been fantastic.
Right. We've done 2 or 3 shows from there. It was a long time ago. We were last.
We did a Christmas show there. They do a beautiful Christmas tree.
Yeah.
All right.
What else? There's obviously coming up this week. There's still Horton Market. We still have a couple of markets left, and I have to go this week because I've kind of pre-ordered some tarts from Wendell.
Nice. So those butter tarts.
Yeah.
So good.
I can now be in charge of dessert at Thanksgiving.
Right
I have
on.
enough tarts, so I'll be okay. Yeah.
Oh, there's so many treats at the market.
Yes.
All right. I think that covers the
Yeah, I
main,
was
unless
looking to
somebody
see
else
if there's
has.
anything else coming up. There's
Yep.
well, obviously there's Thanksgiving coming up in the next week, right?
Mhm.
But a lot of stuff going on. Obviously, there is a municipal election on. Please, think about how you will vote, and please make sure you do vote. That's the best we can ask for.
Mhm.
Our municipalities made it very easy this time because it's all either by phone
Mhm.
or by computer. You will receive mail went out yesterday, and so either yesterday, today, or tomorrow, you'll receive a piece of paper saying, "Here's how you vote, and here's your PIN."
Mhm.
So, starting on October 12th, you'll be able to go in to the phone number it says, or to the website it says, enter your PIN. It'll say, "Go ahead and vote."
Mhm.
Right. One for mayor, one for each school board, or two for whatever ones it is. It'll tell you what to do.
Yep.
And please, we're hoping this makes it easier and increases the turnout we've had in the past.
What was the last turnout for?
Under 40%, I think. It was just, and we found that the advanced poll part that was done by just phone and by computer was higher. We said, well, let's give it a go and see if we can make it all easier. If you don't have to leave your lazy boy
Mhm.
to make a vote, how lazy are you if you don't vote? I mean,
Yeah.
Truly, let's everybody take advantage. If you're not sure if you're on the voters list, please go to the City of St. Thomas Clerk's Office website, or the website, and check and make sure you're on the list. If you're not on the list, it's one step to make it happen.
Mhm.
You may have to fill out a form, but other than that, you'll get your PIN, and then and truly, we're not saying this is the be all and end all. If you're not comfortable voting by phone or by online, and you have your PIN, there will be 4 or 5 different spots, and the letter will explain that to you, where you can go and vote with the help or the assist of somebody there. So we're trying to make it work for everyone.
Yep. And if you haven't watched the all candidates meeting that was hosted at the Columbus Hall by the Kinsman Club,
Right.
please go and do it. You can access it through the
Right.
video tab on Established Media's Facebook page.
Yep.
And then watch it. If you don't want to watch it there, if you want to watch it on YouTube,
Right.
you can go on Established Media's YouTube page and watch it on there as well.
And there'll be a couple more opportunities to meet all the candidates out there too.
Mhm.
There's the Chamber of Commerce is doing a meet and greet kind of all candidates. You get to come and visit and stop at each table and talk to different candidates about why you should vote for them. I think Rogers is doing a mayor's, I want to say all candidates, it's not a debate.
They've interviewed all the candidates and then they
They
post
have
them
done
online.
that too. You're right. But for the mayors, they'll be doing
Oh, fantastic.
a live debate conversation. Anyway, with
Great.
Dan Reed.
Awesome.
And so that there's lots of opportunity, and it's not hard to find. But it's a busy life for all of us right now.
Mhm.
Right. So we want to make sure we do it. Anyway, I think we've got a
Yeah.
full night of Mayor's Update. Thank you. And look, it'll give you one more last chance. Anybody got any city questions they want to answer or want to ask? That's what the open forum part is. So
Any activities for this Friday reflecting on truth?
shoot, I can't
Absolutely.
believe it. Yes, noon at Friday out front of City Hall. We're doing Truth and Reconciliation, Orange Shirt Day, and there will be a proclamation and flag raising and all of the neat stuff. But near us, there's also the library has got a tie a ribbon to the fence piece, and there's some other stuff happening at the library afterwards. But please come join us, which will be a very large crowd out front of City Hall at noon on Friday. Please come early enough and share with us what's going on.
And yeah, you covered it all. I just went to the document to pull it up and I was like, okay, here we go. All right.
So yes,
thank you, Beth.
Yes,
thank
Beth,
you so much.
I would have missed that, and by next Wednesday we would have been really sad that we didn't get it in. So thank you for sharing that with us. Perfect.
I appreciate the viewers helping us out with this.
Oh no, this is the mayor's not getting it, so we're getting it done. And Beth, thank you for suggesting you like the crosswalks. We have both the Pride crosswalk and the Orange cross, the Seven Feather crosswalk out here at Mont Damon Street. But over at the police station today, I was noticing that we've done both of those crosswalks there also.
Mhm.
So on Queso Crossing Road, where in
Mhm.
front of the police station, we have both the Pride crosswalk and also the Seven Feathers crosswalk also.
When did that happen?
This morning it appeared.
Wow.
When I was there for a meeting today, I went,
Very cool.
no, I didn't see this yesterday. So I'm going to go out on the limb and say it was done today.
I love
Right?
it.
Oh, it's great for us to be really moving forward. So Yeah.
All righty.
perfect. Any more questions? Thank you, Beth, for helping digging us out of that what would have been a hole. Thank
Yep.
you. Yes.
All right. Well, on that note, folks, this has been a great show. Thanks for all of our viewers for tuning in. And
Yes.
thank you, Mayor
Looking
Joe.
to see if there was something else here. I don't
Yep.
see anything else. So perfect. We're going to call it a night and see what else we can get done before dawn tomorrow.
Perfect. Have a great night,
Thanks.
everybody. Bye.